You ever notice how the moment you finally sit down to relax, your brain decides that's the perfect time to replay every conversation you had that day? Every awkward pause, every word that came out wrong, every moment you could have handled better. You're physically tired, you want to rest, but your mind just keeps going. And the strangest part, nothing is actually wrong. There's no crisis, no deadline, no emergency. Just you trying to unwind and your brain treating it like a threat. Let me paint you a picture. It's late. You finished everything you needed to do. You sit down on the couch or you climb into bed and you think, finally, I can just be. But within seconds, your chest feels tight. Your thoughts start racing. Did I say the right thing to that person? Did I forget something? Am I wasting time right now by doing nothing? You try scrolling through your phone to distract yourself. It works for a minute. Then the guilt kicks in. You're procrastinating. You should be doing something productive. Or maybe you should be truly resting, not half resting with your screen in your face. So you put the phone down. But now you're just sitting there. And somehow that feels worse. Because the second you stop moving, the second you stop filling the space with noise or tasks or stimulation, everything you've been pushing to the side all day comes rushing forward, and you realize something unsettling. You don't actually know how to rest anymore. Here's the thing most people don't understand about rest. We think rest is the absence of activity. We think if we just stop doing things, our brain will naturally calm down. But that's not how your brain works. Your brain doesn't interpret stillness as safety. It interprets it as a gap. And when there's a gap, your brain fills it. Because for most of your life, being still meant something was about to go wrong. Stillness meant you were forgetting something. Stillness meant someone was upset with you. Stillness meant you weren't doing enough. So your brain learned to treat rest like a problem to solve. It learned that the moment things get quiet, that's when you need to be on alert. That's when you review. That's when you analyze. That's when you prepare for what's coming next. And now, even when nothing is coming next, even when you're completely safe, your brain still does it because it's trying to protect you. Think about what happens when you finally take a day off. You'd think you'd feel relieved. You'd think you'd feel lighter. But instead, you feel restless, uncomfortable, like you're supposed to be doing something, but you can't figure out what. That's not laziness. That's not a character flaw. That's your nervous system stuck in a pattern. For years, maybe your whole life, your brain has associated productivity with worth, activity with safety, busyness with being needed. And when you remove the busyness, your brain panics because it thinks, wait, if I'm not doing something, then what am I? If I'm not useful, then what's my value? So it creates problems to solve. It creates tasks to complete. It creates reasons for you to not fully let go, because letting go feels dangerous. And here's where it gets even more complicated. A lot of people think their brain won't rest because they haven't earned it yet. They think, once I finish this project, once I get through this week, once I reach this goal, then I'll be able to relax. But that moment never comes, because the goal isn't actually the problem. The problem is that your brain has been trained to believe that rest is conditional, that you have to deserve it, that you have to be tired enough, that you have to be completely caught up on everything before you're allowed to stop. And the truth, you will never be completely caught up. There will always be one more thing, one more email, one more conversation to replay, one more thing you could be doing better. So your brain keeps scanning, keeps searching, keeps finding reasons to stay alert, not because you're broken, but because somewhere along the way you learned that rest was a luxury, not a necessity. Now let's talk about what people usually do when they realize they can't rest. They try to force it. They tell themselves, just relax, just stop thinking about it, just be present. And when that doesn't work, they feel even worse, because now they're not just tired. Now they're tired and failing at rest. But here's the thing, you can't think your way into rest. You can't logic yourself into calm, because rest isn't a mental state, it's a nervous system state. And your nervous system doesn't respond to instructions. It responds to signals. So when you tell yourself to relax, but your body still feels tense, your brain gets confused. It thinks, why are we trying to rest if we're still on alert? Something must be wrong, and the cycle continues. Here's what actually helps. You have to teach your brain that stillness is safe, not through willpower, not through discipline, but through repetition. Your brain needs evidence. It needs proof that when you stop, nothing bad happens. That when you rest, you don't lose control. That when you let your guard down, you're still okay. And that evidence doesn't come from one good night's sleep or one relaxing weekend. It comes from small moments, repeated over time. It comes from sitting with the discomfort of doing nothing and not running from it, not distracting yourself, not filling the space, just being there and letting your brain see that nothing falls apart. Because here's the truth most people don't want to hear. Your brain won't let you rest because it's doing exactly what you trained it to do. You taught it that stillness is dangerous, that stopping means falling behind, that rest is something you earn, not something you need. And now your brain is just trying to keep you safe in the only way it knows how. By staying on, by staying vigilant, by making sure you never fully let go. But you can untrain it. You can show it that rest isn't the absence of productivity. It's the foundation of it. You can show it that you don't have to be constantly useful to be valuable. You can show it that being still doesn't mean something is wrong. It just means you're human. So if you're watching this and you recognize yourself in it, I want you to know something. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not doing rest wrong. Your brain is just trying to protect you in the only way it knows how. And the fact that you're here, trying to understand it, trying to find a way forward, that's not nothing. That's you choosing to break the pattern. If that sounds like something you need, subscribe. You're in the right place.